your balance feels off. Getting out of a chair feels harder than it used to. You try to stay active. You even add extra protein to your diet, and yet, your muscles feel weaker. If that sounds familiar, you're not alone. And it's not your fault. Here's the surprising truth. Many seniors unknowingly eat certain everyday foods that quietly sabotage muscle recovery. These aren't just unhealthy snacks. They're foods you've probably trusted for years. And the worst part? You may be eating them every single day. But don't worry, I'm here to help you take back control. Because once you know which 5 foods are draining your strength like a leaky bucket, you can cut them out and finally give your body the fighting chance to heal, rebuild, and feel strong again. So stay with me. Your muscles are listening. If you're serious about rebuilding muscle, here's where we need to begin. With the sweetest, most seductive ingredient that's been quietly undermining your efforts for years: refined sugar. Yes, that spoonful in your morning coffee, that drizzle of sauce on your lunch, that seemingly harmless biscuit after dinner. It adds up fast, and it adds up silently. Refined sugar is more than just empty calories. It's an active disruptor of your body's natural healing. The moment it enters your system, it sparks inflammation, which breaks down collagen, the very scaffolding that holds your muscles, tendons, and joints together. But that's not all. Sugar also interferes with protein absorption, meaning even the healthiest meal can become less effective at nourishing your muscles if it's followed by a sugary dessert. And if you're living with diabetes or prediabetes, or even just dealing with age-related insulin resistance, refined sugar becomes a far more dangerous enemy. It spikes your blood sugar, then crashes it, leaving your muscles undernourished and your energy depleted. Over time, this repeated cycle doesn't just slow muscle growth, it accelerates muscle loss. The fix? You don't have to eliminate sweetness from your life, but you do need to trade hidden sugars for smarter choices, like whole fruits, cinnamon, or stevia. Your muscles don't need more sugar. They need support. They need structure. And most of all, they need you to break up with the sweet thief that's been stealing your strength one spoonful at a time. And refined sugar isn't the only silent saboteur hiding in plain sight. Once you start looking closer, another common culprit emerges, one that's even more seductive, especially when it's hot, crispy, and golden brown. Let's talk about fried foods, or as your muscles might call them, deep-fried damage. Yes, they're crunchy. Yes, they taste amazing. But under that tempting surface lies a harsh truth. Fried foods are one of the worst enemies of muscle recovery. Here's why. Most fried foods are cooked in oils that have been overheated or reused, creating harmful oxidized fats and even trans fats. These toxic byproducts don't just clog arteries, they attack the membranes of your muscle cells, weakening their ability to function and repair. Worse still, these damaged fats trigger low-grade chronic inflammation, which silently erodes your muscle tissue and slows down your body's natural recovery after movement, exercise, or injury. In fact, a 2017 study published in Nutrients found that diets high in trans fats are directly linked to increased levels of inflammatory markers like C-reactive protein, CRP, which are associated with reduced muscle strength and slower recovery in older adults. So if you're trying to stay strong but find that soreness lingers longer or your legs fatigue faster, your daily portion of fried snacks might be the reason. But don't worry, this isn't about giving up flavor. You can still enjoy the crunch you crave by switching to healthier cooking methods. Air frying, roasting, or pan-searing with olive or avocado oil. These swaps protect your muscles instead of sabotaging them. And every small choice adds up. Because in the fight to keep your strength, what you cut out matters just as much as what you add in. You've removed sugar and said goodbye to fried temptations. But your muscles still feel sluggish, weak, or crampy. Then it's time to look at what you're drinking. Because the next threat doesn't come on a plate. It comes in a bottle, fizzy and cold. Let's talk about carbonated soft drinks, or as some researchers describe them, acid bombs in a can. Sure, they seem harmless. Maybe it's just one can a day, or even a sugar-free version. But here's the thing. Even diet sodas can silently weaken your muscles over time. How? It all comes down to acid load and mineral depletion. Soft drinks, especially colas, contain phosphoric acid, which increases the acidic environment in your bloodstream. To neutralize this acid, your body pulls out valuable alkaline minerals like calcium and magnesium, the very minerals your muscles need for contraction and nerve signaling. A 2015 study in the Journal of Nutrition, Health, and Aging found that high soft drink consumption was significantly associated with decreased grip strength and poor physical performance in older adults, even after adjusting for total calorie intake and activity levels. And it doesn't stop there. These drinks also replace water-rich, nutrient-dense fluids that aid recovery, like herbal teas, coconut water, or simply clean water. The result? Chronic dehydration, poor circulation, and slower nutrient delivery to muscle tissue. So if your legs cramp at night or your energy crashes after a short walk, your daily soda might be doing more damage than you think. Here's the good news. Swap soda for hydrating options like lemon water, bone broth, or magnesium-rich green juices, and your muscles will thank you with every stronger step. You've started ditching the soda and swapping out sugar. But there's one more culprit that often slips through under the guise of being high in protein. And if you're reaching for deli meats, sausages, bacon, or canned meat thinking they'll fuel your recovery, it might be time for a rethink. Let's talk about processed meats, or what some experts call fake protein traps for aging muscles. Yes, they contain protein, but it's not the kind your body loves. These meats are often preserved with nitrates, nitrites, and other chemical additives that trigger low-grade chronic inflammation, according to a 2020 review in Nutrients. That inflammation doesn't just hurt your gut or heart. It interferes directly with muscle protein synthesis. Worse yet, many seniors rely on these meats out of convenience. Quick sandwiches, easy breakfasts, canned protein for lunch. But long-term reliance on processed meats over fresh sources like fish, eggs, or beans can slowly sabotage your recovery, leading to increased oxidative stress and weaker mitochondrial function, both key in aging-related muscle loss. And here's the twist. Some studies, like one published in Clinical Nutrition, suggest that frequent consumption of processed meats is associated with greater sarcopenia risk, the age-related muscle-wasting syndrome that robs mobility and independence. The fix? Go for whole protein sources instead: grilled chicken, boiled eggs, lentils, or wild-caught fish. They nourish your muscles without the inflammatory baggage, giving you strength you can build on, not battle against. Your muscles know the difference. Feed them clean, and they'll carry you far. Industrial low-fat products. Labeling fraud. That low-fat label may look healthy, but it's often a hidden trap. To replace lost flavor, these products usually add sugar or starch, spiking insulin and promoting fat storage instead of muscle building. Worse, cutting out fat means your body struggles to absorb key vitamins like D and E, which are vital for muscle repair and strength. Even if you eat well, your body can't fully use those nutrients without healthy fats. A 2016 study in the American Journal of Clinical Nutrition linked low-fat diets to reduced testosterone and vitamin D levels in seniors, both critical for preserving muscle mass. The fix? Don't fear fat. Choose full-fat, no sugar-added options and include healthy fats like avocado, olive oil, and nuts. When labels lie, your muscles suffer. Feed them real fuel. You see, restoring muscle strength isn't just about adding more protein or doing the right workouts. It's also about subtracting what silently holds you back. Even the healthiest plan can collapse under the weight of daily mistakes. That spoonful of sugar in your morning coffee, the fried snack you reach for out of habit, or the low-fat product that hides a sugar bomb. These seemingly small choices add up, weakening your muscles bit by bit until climbing stairs or getting up from a chair becomes a challenge. But here's the good news. You have the power to change that, starting today. Now that you know the truth behind these 5 muscle-stealing foods, it's time to take action. Clean up your plate, and your body will clean up the damage. You'll feel it in your steps, your balance, your strength, and your confidence. Because your muscles haven't given up. They're waiting for your support. And when you give them the right fuel and cut out the silent enemies, that's when true recovery begins.